Morning, Al. Welcome to the
Hey, WAZ. How are you?
Good to see you out here at Diamond Valley this morning.
Yeah.
Nice and cool morning this morning.
Yeah, it was up here early, mate, 6 o'clock.
Well, we're down at the Classic last weekend and it was 5 degrees on the courts first up. So
it's that time, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a good win from the under-16 Diamond Valley boys, and you would have had a bit of help them along the way there. Have you got a bit of take on that?
Oh yeah, a great win for that group of kids and Ross. Ross has had a little bit of success of late with the Nationals and the under-18 boys, but that group traditionally hasn't been one of the standout groups.
Yes.
So to get to that championship game was an achievement. Winning it and certainly understanding that I think Melbourne were missing one of the boys, but that was a great win for the club and for the junior program. There's a couple of kids been in the academy here, but by and large, Scott Del Zoppo, Ross, and Jeff Shute have had a really big impact on that group.
Yeah, it's a good win. And just going from, everyone knows that you've coached junior boys or girls for a long time now, and you've just made this transition to senior Seabull coaching. How's that transition and how are you finding it?
Oh yeah, look, it's a bit of a unique situation going in with Frankston. They've had some changes there. I've really enjoyed it. The guys' to their credit, they've really tried to take on board. I know it hasn't always been plain sailing, and I'm learning a lot from them as well.
The rumour right that they're the Road Warriors?
Well, they were the Road Warriors. Our record is 5-1 on the road. I think we're the second best team on the road. We just haven't transferred that at home, which is odd. But
you're still sitting good on the ladder, aren't you?
Yeah, look, we're 7-7 at this stage. We realistically should have been maybe 9-5. We let 2 go at home that we really shouldn't have lost. But it's the league. You know, there's some really good teams out there, and I'm enjoying it. They're a good bunch of guys. It's been hard for them.
Yes.
But I've learnt a fair bit from them in the meantime.
It's also just on the game night, who's on song, really, isn't it? It's such a tight competition.
Oh yeah, look, the imports that come out, you know, I'm amazed some of them aren't playing in the NBL or being looked at. I'm sure they probably will or are at the moment. In this next season, probably going to get looked at. But just the Australian talent, there's no given games. Like Geelong are really, really good.
Yes.
And they've lost 2 games. They lost to Albury away, and Albury have struggled. Dandenong, Bendigo, they're all quality teams.
Yeah.
But we've been in games that we may not have the talent on paper to equal them, but we've been in games for a half or even 3 quarters at times.
That's good looking forward for the rest of the season, and also it will help show the juniors that there's a pathway for them to.
Oh, definitely, and the key is there to get the younger groups, the under-18s, the under-20s involved, and try and get them aspiring to play in that senior team.
Yeah, okay. Now the other thing you've been on travelling a little bit, you're getting ready for the 19 Worlds, and that is the assistant coach. How's that tour that's just gone by?
Yeah, mate, we went to Lithuania. First we went to the Czech Republic and played a 3-game series there. We finished 2-1. First game was pretty shabby. We got beat by 3 or 4, but we weren't very good. And Damien Cotter, the head coach, and Paul Goris, who's the lead assistant there, they've done a great job with the group, being able to get them from playing a bit of a shabby style of defence or a really poor defensive style in one game and just turn it around really quickly. And we took that series 2-1. And then we flew into Lithuania, which is
favourite place.
Yes, it's unbelievable, the scenery, the whole thing. But we're really competitive there. We beat the Lithuanians at home, which is rare. They weren't too happy. Yeah, they weren't too happy about that, and brought in 5 new big blokes. And we ran them for the next 2 games. We ran them within a basket. Yeah. We actually rested a couple of starters in the last game, but really good leading. And on Tuesday we're off to.
You go off again.
We go off to Spain.
Yes.
I think we play Russia, Argentina, and Spain. USA were in there somewhere, but I think they've escaped. they're somewhere else now, and then we go from there back into Prague for the tournament.
Oh, good luck with that. And just how the Vic boys going that are in the squad?
Yeah, look, the Vic kids have done really well. A lot of them come out of the 18s program, the Vic Country program, some Siebel programs. Dane Pinot, Felix von Hoff, Anthony Fisher, those type of kids who have come through and played in the recent under-20 Victorian team that won the gold. They've really acquitted themselves well. You can see some improvement in their shooting and defensively, which over the tour they got better at. So I think selection's been made. I'm not 100% sure there, but those boys really did a great job.
Been fortunate to see the 17 Worlds last year. It was a massive step up just from the national championships, isn't it?
Yeah, so, and I left probably one guy out who is going to go on to big and bigger things. Is young Dante Exum, who he's just, as you say, from the 17s right through to now, he's just gone ahead in leaps and bounds again. So he had a really good series against the Czechs, and then did great against the Lithuanians in the first game, and then we've just rested him for the.
And no major injuries with the squad? Or?
No, there was a few bumps and bruises, and
Nick's had a bit of a ankle.
Yeah, Nick Duncan had a bad ankle in the second game, but treatment's been good and his rehab's been fine, so he's going to be fine. Dante went from the camp, the tournament through to a European camp in Italy.
Right. Was that with DJ and Abby and that? Yeah,
so Abby and DJ from Victoria are over there, and so he's at that camp, the European camp, which is it's a big deal. So he's just doing some, tune-up. He's resting and tuning up with shooting and some.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks. Well, good luck for the tour and everything like that.
Woz.
And all the good best for the rest of the Siebel season. And no doubt everyone will see you around the traps. So thanks again. Appreciate that.
Thanks for coming out, mate. Bye-bye.